All right, everybody, settle in, get comfy. My name is Preeti Sharma, and I'm so excited to talk to you today about something that, let me tell you, is the backbone of any great company, HR operations. Now, I know what you might be thinking. HR operations sounds serious. And it is serious, seriously important. But like a good pair of dancing shoes, it's also what keeps everything moving smoothly and with a little bit of rhythm. We're talking about the folks who are quietly making sure everyone's happy, everything's fair, and the whole workplace doesn't just, spontaneously combust. They're like the stage crew for a big show. You might not always see them, but nothing happens without them. Welcome to our video on the essential day-to-day tasks of HR operations. Whether you're a small business, maybe just starting out with big dreams and a tiny office, or a large corporation with buildings all over the place, these tasks are crucial for keeping your HR department running smoothly. Think of it like this. You want your company to be a well-oiled machine, right? Well, HR operations are the folks with the oil can, the map, and probably a really good snack drawer for emergencies. They handle so much behind the scenes, and today we're pulling back the curtain. We're going to dive into what these amazing people do every single day, from the moment someone new joins the team to making sure everyone gets paid, which, let's be honest, is pretty important. It's about creating a place where people feel supported, valued, and ready to do their best work. So get ready to learn, maybe laugh a little, and definitely appreciate the incredible work that goes into making a company a great place to be. It's going to be fun, I promise. Or at least more fun than trying to assemble flat-pack furniture without instructions. First up, let's talk about something that sounds a bit like a detective show: employee records management. Imagine trying to remember everyone's birthday, their start date, their favorite kind of office plant. It's a lot. These HR pros are the masters of organization. They maintain and update all those important personnel files and HR databases. It's not just about keeping names and numbers straight. It's about having accurate information at your fingertips, which is super important for, well, everything else we're going to talk about. And they do it all while making sure everyone's private information stays private, like a super secret diary. But for work stuff, they're like the guardians of the company's personal history, making sure every detail is noted. And it's not just about when you start, it's the whole journey. They track all those employee life cycle events. Think about it. Someone gets onboarded. Yay, new friend. Someone gets a promotion or transfers to a new department. Woohoo, growth. And yes, even when someone decides to move on to their next adventure, HR operations handles that too, making sure everything is documented correctly and respectfully. It's like they're creating a storybook for each employee's time with the company, ensuring every chapter is recorded with care and precision. They're the quiet archivists, making sure the company's memory is flawless and compliant. It's a big responsibility, and they handle it with such grace. Next, let's talk about finding the superstars. Recruitment support. This is where HR operations steps in to help build the dream team. It's like casting for a blockbuster movie. You need the right people in the right roles to make magic happen. So they get those job openings out there, posting them on all the important platforms where talented folks are looking. They're like the town criers of the modern age, but instead of shouting, "Hear ye, hear ye," they're clicking post job. And trust me, getting the word out effectively is an art form in itself, making sure the right eyes see those opportunities. Then the applications start rolling in. And who's there to make sense of it all and get things moving? You guessed it. HR operations. They schedule the interviews, which is like a giant game of Tetris sometimes, coordinating with busy candidates and even busier hiring managers. They make sure everyone knows where to be and when, so the whole process feels smooth and professional for the potential new team members. And before anyone officially joins the party, they handle the important stuff like background checks and reference verifications, just to make sure everything is on the up and up. It's all about building a trustworthy and talented team, one amazing person at a time. All right, so you found your new superstar. What happens next? Onboarding, and then eventually offboarding. HR operations are the champions of making these transitions as smooth as a perfectly choreographed dance number. For onboarding, they prepare and manage all the important documents and get the orientation schedules ready. Think of it as rolling out the welcome mat, but also making sure everyone knows where the emergency exits are, metaphorically speaking. They want new hires to feel welcomed, informed, and ready to hit the ground running from day one. It's all about that first impression, making people feel like, yes, I made the right choice coming here. And it doesn't stop there. They're the ones who issue all the cool company assets. You know, the ID cards that make you feel official, the laptops that become your new best friend. It's like getting your official welcome kit to the club. Then, on the flip side, when it's time for someone to move on, HR operations handles offboarding with the same care. They process the exit paperwork, which I know sounds a bit dry, but it's important. They often conduct exit interviews, which are so valuable for getting honest feedback. And of course, they make sure company property is returned. It's about closing one chapter gracefully and ensuring everything is wrapped up neatly for both the employee and the company. Chapter 4, Time Flies and So Do You. Managing attendance and leave. Now let's talk about time. It flies, doesn't it? Especially when you're having fun, or when you're trying to figure out everyone's vacation schedule. This is where attendance and leave management comes in, another key role for our HR operations heroes. They're the ones keeping an eye on employee attendance and making sure everyone's generally showing up when they're supposed to. It's not about being Big Brother, goodness no. It's about ensuring fairness and making sure the work gets done, and that if someone is struggling, maybe they can get the support they need. Punctuality is great, but understanding and flexibility are important too. And what about those well-deserved breaks, vacations, sick days, personal time? HR operations handles all those leave requests. They update the records, make sure everyone knows how much time off they have, and ensure it all aligns with the company's leave policies. It's like being a travel agent, a scheduler, and a policy expert all rolled into one. They make sure that when you need that time off to recharge your batteries or take care of things, the process is clear and fair. Because let's be honest, everyone needs a break sometimes to come back refreshed and even more fabulous. It's all about balance, people. Chapter 5. Show me the money and the perks, payroll and benefits. All right, let's talk about something everyone gets excited about. Payroll and benefits administration. Yes, the money part. HR operations plays a huge role in making sure everyone gets paid accurately and on time. And that, my friends, is a very popular task, let me tell you. They collect and verify all the attendance and payroll data, making sure all those hours worked are accounted for, that overtime is right, all those little details that add up to your paycheck. It's like being a financial detective, ensuring every number is perfect before it hits your bank account. And it's not just about the paycheck, it's also about the perks, those wonderful benefits. HR operations often coordinates with the finance department or external payroll vendors to make sure the whole process is seamless. Plus, they manage employee benefits enrollment. So when you're signing up for health insurance or a retirement plan, or maybe even some cool wellness programs, they're the ones guiding you through it and answering your questions. They help you understand what's available so you can make the best choices for you and your family. It's all about taking care of the team, not just with a salary, but with a whole package that says, "We value you." Chapter 6. Got a question? HR's got your back. You know how sometimes you just have a question? Like, how much vacation time do I have left? Or, what's the deal with this new dental plan? Well, guess who's there to help? HR operations with their capes of helpfulness. Employee queries and support is a massive part of what they do. They are the go-to people for all sorts of HR-related questions. Whether it's about understanding a leave policy, clarifying something on your payroll, or figuring out your benefits, they're ready to lend an ear and find an answer. It's like having your own personal HR encyclopedia, but much friendlier. And it's not just about answering questions. It's about ensuring timely resolution of employee concerns. If someone has an issue, big or small, HR operations works to get it sorted out. They listen, they investigate if needed, and they help find solutions. Their goal is to make sure employees feel heard and supported. Think of them as the friendly neighborhood problem solvers of the workplace. A happy employee is a productive employee, and these folks are dedicated to making sure concerns don't fester. They're all about creating a positive environment where people feel comfortable reaching out, knowing they'll get the help they need. That's a pretty amazing superpower if you ask me. Chapter 7. Playing by the rules, keeping HR fair and square. Now, every good game needs rules, right? Otherwise, it's just chaos. And in the workplace, those rules are super important for fairness and making sure everything runs smoothly. That's where compliance and policy implementation comes in, and our HR operations team are like the friendly referees of the company. They work diligently to ensure that all those important HR policies, the ones that cover everything from conduct to time off to safety, are being followed by everyone. And not just followed, but also understood. They help make sure these policies are up to date, reflecting the latest best practices and any changes in the law. It's a big responsibility because it's all about creating a level playing field and protecting both the employees and the company. They're on top of maintaining compliance with labor laws, which can be as complicated as trying to assemble a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle in the dark sometimes. They also often assist with internal audits, making sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. It might not sound like the most glamorous part of the job, but it's absolutely vital. It's about integrity, fairness, and making sure the company is a responsible and ethical place to work. And that, my friends, is something to cheer about. Chapter 8. The Digital HR Systems and Super Reports. In this day and age, technology is everywhere, even in HR. And thank goodness for that, because it makes things so much more efficient. Let's talk about HR systems and reporting. Our HR operations wizards are often the masters of these high-tech tools, specifically the HRIS, which stands for Human Resources Information System. That's a fancy way of saying the central hub for all employee data. They're responsible for keeping these systems updated regularly, ensuring all the information is accurate and secure. It's like having a super smart digital filing cabinet that can find anything in seconds. And what do you do with all that amazing data? You make reports, super reports. HR operations generates all sorts of valuable reports, things like headcount, how many people work here, attrition rates, who's coming and going, leave balances, who needs a vacation reminder, and so much more. These reports aren't just numbers on a page. They tell a story. They help leadership understand trends, make informed decisions, and plan for the future. It's like giving the company a crystal ball, but instead of magic, it's powered by data and the hard work of the HR ops team. Pretty cool, huh? Chapter 9. Level Up. HR's role in learning and growth. Everyone loves to learn something new, right? To grow, to get better, to level up their skills. Well, HR operations often plays a key part in making that happen through training coordination. They're like the event planners for employee development. They help schedule all sorts of internal and external training programs. Maybe it's a workshop on new software, a seminar on leadership skills, or even a fun team-building exercise that secretly teaches you how to communicate better. They handle the logistics, making sure everyone knows when and where the learning magic is happening. And it's not just about setting up the sessions, they also track employee training attendance. Gotta make sure people are actually showing up to get smarter. And importantly, they often help gather feedback on the training. Was it helpful? Was it engaging? Was the free coffee good? Okay, maybe not that last one officially, but it matters. This feedback is crucial for making future training even better. It's all about investing in the company's most valuable asset, its people. Helping them grow their skills and careers is a win-win for everyone. It's like planting seeds and watching them flourish. Chapter 10. More than just paperwork. The fun side of HR. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about the fun stuff. Because HR operations isn't just about policies and payroll, though those are super important as we've learned. They're also often involved in general office HR support, which includes helping to make work a genuinely enjoyable place to be. This is where they get to help with organizing employee engagement activities. Think about those moments that bring a smile to your face at work. That's often got the HR ops touch somewhere behind it. They believe that a happy team is a more creative, collaborative, and all-around awesome team. This can mean coordinating celebrations for birthdays or work anniversaries. Who doesn't love a little bit of cake and recognition? They might help roll out employee surveys to see how everyone's feeling and what can be improved. And of course, team-building events. Whether it's an office potluck, a volunteer day, or a friendly competition, these activities help build those all-important connections between colleagues. It's about fostering a positive company culture where people feel like they belong, where they can laugh, and where they're more than just co-workers. They're a community. And that, my friends, is what makes a good company a one. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour through the incredibly important world of HR operations. From managing records and finding new talent, to making sure everyone gets paid and feels supported, these folks are truly the unsung heroes in so many companies. They're the organizers, the problem solvers, the listeners, and sometimes even the party planners. It's a job that requires a ton of skill, patience, and a genuine desire to make the workplace better for everyone. I hope this gives you a newfound appreciation for all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes. Thanks for watching. We hope this overview of HR operations helps you understand the vital tasks that keep your HR department running smoothly. Seriously, next time you see someone from HR operations, give them a little nod, a smile, maybe even a high five, if they're into that, because they are working hard for you. They're the ones laying the foundation for a positive, efficient, and thriving work environment, and that's something we can all be grateful for. Remember, a company is only as strong as its people, and HR operations helps make those people and the company shine. We had so much fun sharing this with you today. If you found this helpful, or if it made you think, wow, HR operations is pretty cool, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative content. We've got lots more to talk about to help you and your business thrive. And as I always like to say, be kind to your HR department and be kind to one another. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a fantastic day.